The Jesuit Hour. Get to know the Jesuits. Discover their spirituality, their history, their ministries. The Jesuit Hour. Anything Jesuit, everything Jesuit. The Jesuit Hour.
Yes. Good morning mga katipuneros. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Welcome sa ating programa dito sa Radio Katipuan 87.9 FM. This is the Jesuit Hour. I'm your host, Father Nono Alfonso. Okay, so tuloy-tuloy po ang ating showcasing what people are doing, individuals and groups are doing to help out in this time of the pandemic. So many generous individuals, generous souls at ngayong umaga po, we will see the artists. What are they doing to help their fellows? Yeah. Okay, so kasama ko po ang ating artist, sa mga artists natin, Jesuits. Yeah. Let's begin with a very simple prayer. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Glory be to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, as it was in the beginning,
is, and ever shall be, world without end.
Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen. Okay, so welcome po sa ating show, mga katipuneros. Good morning once again. Sayang second to the last thing na sana ito, kaya lang na-extend. Okay, so kasama ko po ngayon, so magkwentuhan po tayo hanggang pagkatapos ng extension. Kasama ko po ngayon ang ating flower arranger tuwing misa dito sa ating online katipunan, Teaching the Faith. Yan, he teaches art classes in department. And he's an artist himself. He paints. He ano ba bang ginagawa mo? Installation art. Yan pala. Diyan siya sikat. Installation. Okay, so without further ado, let me introduce Father Jason D. Hello, Father Jason.
Salamat po.
Hi, Father.
Kumusta mga katipuneros? Salamat sa panyay ni Father Nono na pag-usapan natin kung ano yung ginagawa ng mga art and cultural sectors, especially this time of the pandemic due to virus COVID-19. And there are many initiatives that we want to discuss today, but we'd like to highlight the initiative of Raising Green, a fundraising event for frontliners and artists.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Racing green,
Racing green,
hindi
yes.
racing blue.
Green. Okay. At kita po natin ngayon, Father Nono, si Mix Camacho. He will share with us and what they're doing. And actually today they have like 2 artworks to be raffled. We will discuss later. But first, let's request Migs to introduce himself and also the initiative.
Yes, Mig.
Hi, good morning, Father Nono, Father Jason. First of all, salamat sa pag-imbita sa amin. On behalf of Racing Green, we're very appreciative for inviting us today to give a little talk about what we're doing. So, about 2 years ago, I'm part of a alumni association in LaSalle Green Hills, batch 94. In that batch, we conceptualized a art fundraiser to help adult night high school students. So meron kaming mga adult night high school programs sa LaSalle Green Hills, and our fundraiser is meant to give support to them, notebooks, school supplies, and any other financial assistance that they need. So about 2 years ago, I contacted Miss Lena Cobangbang. She's a very a friend of yours, Father Jason. He's a very prolific artist and a very good curator of art exhibits. So I asked for her help And we came up with this fundraiser exhibit 2 years ago in Makati. And the response was very good. No, we almost sold out all the works. About 80 artists joined in, and we were able to raise some significant amount of money, and that's gone a long way. It's helped so many adult night high school students. Last year, we didn't have any fundraiser because we had other kinds of fundraisers. No, but this year, when the COVID-19 crisis happened, Lena, myself, and one of our partner, Mr. VJ Verel de Jos, the three of us conceptualized an online fundraiser, but this time to help two groups. No, first, our frontliner heroes, our medical frontliner heroes, who are battling a big, who are in a big battle right now in the front lines. The war is ongoing, and they need all the help we can give. No, and the second group that we wanted to address was also the artists. As you know, because of this COVID-19 crisis, so many exhibits got canceled or rescheduled. So many artists don't have a source of income right now. And it was meant also to help them, no, to give back to the artists for for what they've done in the past, no. So having an artwork is just a bonus, so to speak, no. So if you're really out there meant to help and donate to the frontliners or to the artists, the artwork that we're presenting, that we've been offering, kumbaga bonus na lang yon. And this model, surprisingly, and we did not expect it, has grown to a level that we did not expect. As of today, Father, I just like to report, no. And this is the reason. This is the reason why Lena and our team is so tired already. Practically, we've been opening a new show every day.
Wow!
For the past 30 days already. I don't think there's any precedent to this. As you know, the COVID crisis has set several records in so many things, and I think this is one of them, because we've been opening a show every day for 30 days.
Wow!
And as of today, this week actually we're ending our fundraiser so that we could concentrate on delivering the PPEs, the hazmats, the masks, and also to handle the logistics with the artists and the donors. But as of today, I'd like to report that we've had around 550 works submitted to Racing Green, and we've sold 211 artworks of that 550. And that is also connected to this info. No, about 300 or more artists submitted works to us, and of that number, 127 artists were sold. So I like that info because it tells us how many artists we've helped to sell works for. So we've had 211 artworks sold, and that's for has a total value of 4.377 million pesos.
Wow!
Initially, Father, we were just we had a goal of 500,000, but two things happened. No, first, we've had so much support from the artists to lend a hand. They're finding a way to donate in the best way they can, and this was one great way for them to do that. Number two, yung walang sawang pagsuporta ng mga donors, no, the people who donate to the cause and therefore get an artwork. I'm still surprised up to this day na kahit fourth week na, tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang suporta ng mga nagdo-donate, and it's really humbling, and we will be forever appreciative of that.
Okay, Mix, pwede magtanong muna. So you said that may mga artists kayo. How do you choose your artists and their artwork?
Okay. So Racing Green is meant to be an open call to artists. That's what's so hard and complex about this. You know? At first, we started with our artist friends. because well, Lena's in that world, and I used to have a gallery as well, so we know quite a lot of these artists also, and we're good friends with them. But after that, it grew, no? So we received submissions from artists that we don't really know also, no? And that's the essence of Racing Green, because the artists who need help don't necessarily mean that that you know them already or they are your friends, no? So there are artists out there that want to donate or need help to sell works, and Racing Green allowed that to happen.
Is there a particular theme na hinihingi nyo sa kanila, or they can paint anything?
It's really interesting to see how some artists donated. And by the way, Father, no, we've had a lot of new works done.
Yeah.
Meaning to say, these works were done during the COVID-19 crisis that we have right now. And what I would like to say about that is, it's very interesting to see how some of these works, paint about frontliners.
Yeah.
Wow.
They have masks on in the paintings. They have the anguish or the uncertainty is shown in the artwork. And we're very appreciative that a lot of artists did new works
Yeah.
for Racing Green. And one thing I may add, Father, no, what's so strikingly apparent with these works, yung mga trabaho o mga pyesa na ginawa during COVID-19 crisis, they're very focused. And you can see the emotion in the paintings. Talagang the artists really gave their all and really painted in a very intense and focused way.
Passionate.
So, yeah.
Sino yung nag-isip ng title, Raising Green? Why is that your title?
Well, that was born out of our first fundraiser 2 years ago. Well, of course, because we're LaSalle Green Hills, so we thought of Racing Green. Actually, in the first fundraiser, we had the theme. No, the artists were supposed to give works that had green in the painting. But I guess now you can say green could mean funds. No, so yeah, it has to sort of transform to that, Father. So.
Okay, so and kumusta yung sabi mo you were able to sell how many works of art already?
So we've sold about 211 artworks from 127 artists. The total of that as of today is 4.377 million.
Wow.
Now, where has that money gone to? So initially, we have PPE hazmats coming in today, 750 pieces. We're giving 300 of that to Amang Rodriguez Hospital through Dr. Rico Kimbo. And then we're giving 450 to the PGH. As we all know, that's one of the major hospitals that need our help.
Yeah.
We've also we're purchasing 2,500 PPE hazmats right now for almost ₱1 million worth, and we're waiting for that to arrive. So probably all of that will go to PGH, although we've been getting these small requests also for some hospitals and clinics, and we want to do that because there's just not one recipient that needs this help, but several. There are many medical frontliners that need help, so we're trying to also address that. We're also waiting on 100,000 pesos worth of N95 masks.
Wow.
This was facilitated through the VRP hospital on EDSA. The former, yung Victor R. Potenciano hospital. So we're also waiting on that. We've also made donations to
Okay, medyo choppy, Father Jason,
Yeah.
Si Migs. Hello, Migs. Okay. So anyway, before
and then we also gave to the Philippine Genome group, no, for massive testing kits. And then we also gave for masks to 17 barangays through an artist, Zeus Bascon. So we helped out there. So there are many things that we're trying to address through with the funds.
Galing, galing. So may mga partners kayo or kayo rin ang gumagawa ng mask or ng mask?
Alam mo, Father, yung essence ng bayanihan, it is something that, I have kids and, a lot of people have kids. No? It's something that they should see right now, what's happening. This bayanihan that Filipinas are doing is so apparent in all fields. And if I may, Father, I would like to take some time to acknowledge some of the people who helped us.
Sure.
Yeah. First of all, we'd like to, thank you, the PGH. No? Salamat sa pagtuloy na for protecting us and just being there and marching on. Napakalaking tulong nyo to the heroes in PGH. Also to Amang Rodriguez Hospital through Dr. Rico Kimbo. We'd like to also acknowledge the help of Pasig City through Vice Mayor Iyo Bernardo, who also donated to us. Through Quezon City, through Joseph Huico, who also helped us. Of course, Father, yung VRP Hospital, it is owned by one of our partners, VJ, Verhel de Dios, and they've been guiding us throughout this whole process. And I'd like to thank also fellow fundraisers, like Art Rocks and Art for Life. They have also been, we've been helping each other sell these works and donating. And then, my hats off to Lena Cobangbang. I know we're all tired. It's been a long ride, and there's so much more to do. But I really want to thank her for her selfless efforts here in Racing Green, and to VJ Verhel de Dios, our partner, and of course to the Batch 94 alumni, Father Jason, Father.
Yeah. Mix, we've invited Lena today. Unfortunately, she could not join us because there's some problems with her gadgets. But hats off to Lena for her work, collaborating with you.
Yes, and she's also busy, Father. We'll be having some works to present again today, as well as some raffle pieces. So that's gonna be exciting for fundraising today at Racing Green.
Yeah. So people might be interested to seeing the work and collecting and buying the work. Could you inform our Katipuneros how they can view the artwork, how they can purchase, and with regards to the raffle as well?
Okay, so to everyone watching, we'd like to invite you to the last few days of Racing Green. We will have some works offered every day this week, but we have some special raffles. So some major works will be sent for raffle today, meaning if you win the raffle, you have the chance to buy that work. We only do that because there are several or many interests in that artwork. So to join, all you need to do is go through the Racing Green Facebook page and then and stand by for the updates there. And then if you like any piece or would you like to join the raffle, all you need to do is contact Lena, and her contact information is on the page.
Thank you.
Paano yung sorry, Migs, hindi ako artist na katulad ni Father Jason, Paano yung, I'm curious, sabi niyo you are mounting daily exhibits. How is that? Kumaga, ilang artworks ang involved?
Yeah. So, like I mentioned kanina, we've had so far about 550 artworks for the past 30 days. So what we've been doing is, kasi it's so hard then, first of all, we don't get all the artworks at one go. Yeah. So as we get them, Lena curates them into several batches. And then she posts them every day. Also, that's done because we want to give some sort of time and focus on the artworks posted. So that's why we're trying to manage them and do them on a daily basis. Having an online exhibit isn't really the most ideal, but it's the best thing we can do at this point, given the circumstances. So, of course, there's nothing that will compare to seeing the work live, or in person. But all of this naman is done for fundraising and for helping out. So we've been really surprised with the online exhibit support that we've been getting. So we post about maybe from as low as 7 or 8 works up to maybe 20, 25 works every day.
Every day. Yes.
Yes, Father.
Yeah. So interesting, Father Nono, that in this time of pandemic, new platforms are emerging for artists to exhibit, and one of them, though, they've been using online platforms, but the use of it now is intensified. So there are other artists as well who are exhibiting. The example, Project Space Pilipinas, based in Lukban, the director and curator, Leslie Chavez, has been inviting people all over the world to send a 1-minute video of their quarantine experiences.
Wow.
Saka alam nyo, Father, ito yung nakakagulat din and nakakataba ng puso, no? We've had submissions from artists in Houston, Texas, like Hannah, Betty John was there, David Griggs from Australia, Brian Hart from Boston.
Wow.
We have something from Jordan Isip coming from New York. We had something from Rudy Hermawan from Indonesia. So there's like a sort of a global support coming in for Racing Greens. Very surprising. Even from the provinces we have also.
Would it be accurate to say na kayong nauna na parang online art exhibit? Kasi merong, nung mga nauna, merong, nung first 2 weeks natin, merong online museum. Tours.
That was...
But baka kayong nauna, kaya nagsasubmit sa inyo.
Wow. I guess that's hard to answer. All I can say is there are several fundraisers happening at the same time right now. They're all great, but not for anything. But I think we probably have the most number of works and the most number of artists joining in. I guess, Father, to answer your question, it's the accessibility. Since it's online, people can readily see what we're doing, and I guess artists gravitated towards that. But behind the scenes, of course, Father, that's my job. I talk to each and every artist. Me and Lena, we talk to each and every artist, and we work with them to submit works to offer. So
Yung halimbawa, bibili ako, just more on the mechanics. Kung bibili ako, I log on to your Facebook page, yung Raising Green, and then I like some an artwork and bibili ako. Wala nang bidding? May bidding ba nangyari o?
So the mechanics is so there's an album in the Racing Green Facebook page. It's the album for all artworks to be sold. If you like any particular work there, all you need to do is contact Lena and say, I'm interested in this work. Now, if there are several people who do that, then Lena would base it on who was first to confirm with her.
Okay.
So, but readily, before anything, we know already of some works and artists that we know that will have a lot of interest. So some of these pieces, what we do is we open them up for raffle. So if you win, in the raffle, for example, in the raffle, upon posting, we allocate 1 hour for people to register with Lena. So whoever registered with Lena to join the raffle in 1 hour, we will draw a winner from that. Now the winner will be notified and asked if you would want to purchase the artwork. So if they decide, then they get it. If they don't, we draw another raffle again.
Tapos paano pag nagbayad na, ipapadala na lang through Grab or Lalamove yung artwork?
So we've been using PayPal and BDO Online for payments. And then they send us a screenshot of their proof of payment, and then we register them. What's hard with delivery during lockdown is, of course, we're on lockdown. So most of these works will be delivered after the ECQ lockdown period. Because some of them will be coming from different places, from Bohol, Cebu, Bulacan, so and even abroad. So there's a lot of logistics work happening behind the scenes, especially after the lockdown when we deliver pieces. So what will happen is the artist will send his or her piece directly to the recipient, to the donor.
Okay,
Yeah. I'm just wondering, Migs, aside from helping the frontliners, you mentioned that part of Raising Green is helping artists. So could you
Yes.
share with us the relief
Oh yeah, sure.
that you've done?
Yes. So, Father, since the objective of Raising Green is really to help artists financially also, no, to be able to help them sell their works. For works sold, they get their corresponding proceeds from that. Now, we also set up an artist welfare fund. So the artist welfare fund basically is a fund wherein some of the artists donated their share, their personal share. They donated their personal share to the welfare fund, like Soler Santos, Geraldine Javier, Gregory Halili. So a lot of artists, or Zian Cabangis, no. So a lot of these artists donated their share to the welfare fund. And what will happen to that, Father, is meron kasi tayong mga artists na hindi nabenta.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're planning to do is we will be giving monetary support for the artists who did not sell during Raising Green.
Wow. Galing, ano? Ito bang katabi ko, nag-contribute na ba to?
Father, pag hindi nabenta po, meron po kayong matatanggap.
I mean,
Donate lang sa artist relief fund.
has he contributed?
Father Jason, Father Nono daw will buy a terrarium. So,
Sure. Are you able to watch Mix yung aming online mass? Our online mass is every 8 o'clock in this channel, yung Radyo Katipunan.
yes.
And the flowers are designed by Father
Wow.
Jason.
So meron palang exhibit, Father. May exhibit din.
Ang tawag namin sa kanya, you should watch. If only for that. Ang tawag namin sa kanya, Father Butler's Guild.
Ano na remember ng mga
No, but
Maraming ano.
it would be nice to see that, Father Jason, kasi ang galing talaga your arrangements. Hats off to you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So actually, marami nanonood ng misa namin everyday. Kung ikaw may everyday exhibit, meron siyang everyday flower arrangement. And they wait for that. Ano? Hindi lang bakit nagsisimba yung mga mana.
I'll be sure to catch it for sure. But
So
yeah.
what are your plans? What are the plans of Raising Green? Kasi, di ba,
You know, yeah, I like what we had an article written in Philippine Star.
Yeah.
Or was it? Yeah, Philippine Star, I think, or Inquirer. Anyways, I like what Lena said there. She used a quote from an artist na basically what it was saying is wala pang precedent tong ginagawa nating lahat. No? Kumbaga, this is the first time all of these things are happening.
Yeah.
And at this point, we're just focused on just helping our frontliners, helping our artist friends, our artist family. And beyond this, we still don't know. We don't know what's happening to COVID next month or in the next few months. So we will just need to react or adapt to that. And if we need to do so, we can do another one. Let's see. But at this point, we're so tired, but very fulfilling because it's been 30 days posting new exhibits every day for 30 days. It's really been a challenge, especially since we all have personal lives as well, no? Where we're handling other things. But it's been very fulfilling, and we're just blessed and fortunate to be able to help. We just feel lucky. We just feel lucky.
Migs, I'd like to read a quote from Lena in an interview regarding...
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's the one. Thank you, Father.
And I quote, "Art and helping goes hand in hand talaga. It's innate in artists to be altruistic. For the buyers, it's a good motivation for them. someone said it's a win-win situation, buying art, at the same time being able to help. End of quote.
Wow.
That's it. That's it. Yeah, that's the essence, Father, of Racing Green.
Vince, are you yourself an artist?
Uh, well, I really like art from a young age. I used to paint when I was in school, but about 2005, kasi I have a cousin who's an artist, Bea Camacho.
Yeah.
She reintroduced me and her parents to the art world, and that's when I started collecting. And then back a few years ago, we put up a gallery with Manuel Ocampo, a print gallery, which is already closed. So since that time, I've been I've been hanging and being friends with a lot of artists. Some of them have been even more. We've been closer than friends. No? So, and it's something that I do with my kids every day, Father. So we do paintings here at home during the COVID-19 crisis. We're lucky to get supplies from National Bookstore because my friend who owns it gave us this number that we can call and they can prepare the goods and then you can pick it up. So I've been buying canvas and paints from them. Yeah. So it's been very convenient that way, and I like how my kids are getting into painting. But you can see the uncertainty they feel because in some of the works I could see the word COVID. I could see a drawing of a hospital. Yung mga ganung bagay nakakaano yun as a parent, no? So parang it keeps you on your toes then, no?
Yeah, it's interesting that you mentioned that your kids and you're making art at home, and it's also one of the directions of art that I sense right now. The domestic space has become a studio, not just for artists, but also for other people to explore creativity, especially in this time of lockdown. Yeah?
Parang everything within arm's reach, Father. Parang ganun.
Yeah.
Si Pope Francis, ang sabi naman, now is the time daw to be creative. Sabi ko, wow, bida ngayon ang mga artists. Diba? This is the time to be creative.
Kaya nga, Father, overwhelming yung mga piyesa na pinapadala sa Racing Green. Talagang kita mo at ramdam mo yung emotion, yung focus, yung detalye, yung intention. Napakalakas talaga. So, kahit na hindi namin masyadong kilala yung artist, mararamdaman mo pa rin yun. And it's just amazing to see that.
Have you also seen some artist initiatives online that are also doing not just exhibiting works that reflect on the certain realities and even dissent, no?
There's an online fundraiser called Art Rocks, led by Dr. Steve Lim and Mike Toma Cruz. There's a lot of doctors and medical frontliners in that group, and that's been doing a tremendous job. They've raised so much already. There's another one called Art for Life. There's one called Art Heals in Bacolod.
Yes, Art Heals.
They've been doing a great job as well, and several others. So what we've been doing is, and also yung kay June Sabayton, Father, yung telethon niya. So what we've been doing is these fundraisers have also been helping each other. We donated to Art Heals or Art Rocks, or they've done the same the other way. So parang parang bayanihan spirit pa rin dun sa mga online fundraisers. So talagang hats off to everybody helping.
Pero kanina, di ba, I was asking you what are your plans? Kasi mukha raw na this kind of situation will continue. This will become the new normal, na less and less public gatherings. So some art exhibits are in malls, di ba? So bawal ang mga malls na So kailangan
yes. In the immediate term, we will still have kasi a lot of unsold works. So after the Racing Green show, we will take some time also to highlight these unsold works and hopefully be able to sell them.
Yeah, yeah.
On a bigger scale, yeah, you're right, Father. No, so people, I guess the behavior of people will now adopt and change, and I foresee a lot of online art shows happening. I guess the hurdle na lang na matitira dyan is how can you lessen the gap between the artwork and not seeing the artwork in person. Kasi for me, that's the most important part before, no? Before COVID-19 happened, parang mahirap sa akin, if I'm a collector, parang mahirap sa akin bumili ng artwork na hindi ko nakikita in person or hindi ko nakakausap yung artist in person. So how do you deal with that, no? So, and there are ways naman, but sabi ko nga, the script has not yet been written about that. We will have to see how that works out.
Yeah, it's interesting, Mig, that aside from posting art online and fundraising, there's also artists exploring the virtual space itself as a space for creating artwork. You will see artists like making the virtual museums and galleries, and create works there. So artists are also exploring the virtual space, the digital space.
There's a virtual space. A project done by Mariano Ching with Mariano Batucabe. That was amazing. There's a gallery called Modeca, a new gallery that actually ang curator nun si Lena rin. So they made an online virtual exhibit. Napakagaling dahil interactive siya. And then you have one space I really like, Father, yung that people should check out is Sampaguita Projects.
Yes,
Ang galing ng online show nila and how they presented it. And there's a lot of traction towards that kind of online program. Everything within arm's reach ngayon eh. So these shows, online shows, provide you that flexibility to enjoy a show pa rin given everything that's happening.
Kaya lang pag natuloy yung online, mawawala ng trabaho si Father Jason. Wala na pupunta sa ROK.
I would like to mention that Ateneo Art Gallery is launching a acquisition prize. It's called the Ateneo Art Gallery Marciano Galang Acquisition Prize. Works on paper, Father Nono. Artists are invited to submit their works on paper that reflects on the turmoils, struggles, initiatives made, and hopes during these trying times. And this is in partnership with the Embassy of Italy.
Wow. That's amazing.
Of Ateneo Art Gallery.
Yeah. So, nandun, Father, sila Boots, Herrera, and Yael.
So this is actually the initiative of Ateneo Art Gallery together with the Embassy of Italy.
That's
another one I'd like to mention is also there are also galleries partnering with Raising Green and sharing their artwork like the Art Informal.
By the way, I'd like to personally thank, and on behalf of VJ, Lena, and everyone at Racing Green, I'd like to give our sincere thanks to Tina Fernandez at Art Informal, June Villalon at the Drawing Room, these several galleries, and they've been helping us with their artists in their roster, providing us more artworks to offer. We've been just very lucky to have them on board, and we've also had some donations, from collectors, Father, like Jose Moreno, Rafael Campos. So a bunch of collector friends are donating, like Migs Rosales. These known collectors and people in the art world have also been lending a hand to us. Nakakataba ng puso dahil we really didn't expect that they would donate works to us, from their personal collections. So talagang everybody helping out. It's just so humbling.
Yeah, I like that you mentioned the Bayanihan as a new, perhaps an emerging model of how we collaborate in the artwork to help each other, to help also our fellow men, especially the frontliners, So because right now it's not just us looking for ways to help the arts and also the community, but also other people. No, I think the institutional support, for example, the concerned artists of the Philippines.
Yes.
We have been engaging the National Commission for Concerned Arts to make sure that the artists, especially the independent artists, will be able to get.
Yeah. I'd like to mention, Father, no, Isa Lorenzo and Silver Lens, Kat, no, they helped us also. So they donated a piece by Pee Wee Roldan, and when we sold that piece, half of the proceeds went to Concerned Artists of the Philippines, to CAP. So in that way, connected pa rin yung pagtulong sa CAP sa Racing Green, and we'd like to thank Pee Wee and Silver Lens for that.
Yung Concerned Artists of the Philippines ba, yan ba yung pinakamalaking samahan ng mga artists, or just one of the
It's a major organization.
It's a major, and it's been around for a long time.
For the artist rights, for the promotion of the arts and culture. And they've been very active in dialoguing with NCCA and also doing outreach for artists. And
meron bang during this lockout, meron bang provision ng government for artists?
NCCA has released a memo to help artists. There have been ongoing conversations to make sure that this really artists, especially things or
So parang financial subsidy.
yes.
But how do you track mga artists in the Philippines? Do you need to register as an artist? Paano?
NCCA has a directory of artists, and there's also initiative from other artists to ask people, especially artists of the situation, that they get a profile of the artist situation and present it to NCCA. So it's a lot of conversation in order to know the situation of artists. But of course, it's still not satisfactory, but we hope that more and more the system will be enhanced so that more people will be able to
Right.
help.
Well, the private sector has
your
been
thought?
helping. Well, there's a lot of work. I would say a lot of work needed to be done on that side. But at the very least, on our side, the private sector is doing everything that we can towards the same objective, towards the same goal. So I guess at the end of the day, ang importante lahat magtulong-tulong. Walang, kumbaga, sama-sama lahat. We heal as one. Bayanihan spirit, whether you're in the public or private sector.
Yeah. Okay. Nilagay na namin, pinost namin yung inyong Facebook page.
Thank you, Father.
Yeah, so sa mga just follow our itong ating discussion. Makikita niyo po, Racing dash Green dash Fundraising Art Exhibit. Yan, pinost na po.
Thank you. Thank you, Father. Thank you so much sa tulong nyo and for giving us a chance to talk about Racing Green and what we're doing. It's been a long ride, and now it's time to focus on delivering to our frontliner heroes and to our artist heroes, actually. So we're glad to have just been part of this effort, and it's not over, I guess, in the sense that we still don't know what will happen to this crisis, and we're just here trying to do what we can, trying to help out in any way we can.
Baka pwedeng magpahinga muna kayo, and then once rejuvenated, you can start all over again, or some kind of, diba?
That's really needed. Yeah. Thank you, Father Nono. Thank you, Father Jason. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mix. Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you, Father.
Okay, so yan po si Mix Camacho, isa sa mga mga bayani ng Racing Green.
Yes.
So thank you, Mix, and more power to you. And sabi niya kanina, Father Jason, is it today? Yung last day na ng kanilang exhibit online, or?
Meron ba silang raffles? Because there are some works that many collectors would like to acquire that work. So they raffle off that particular work. And once you raffle off the name, then they request that collector to
Okay.
buy the work.
Okay, so batiin lang natin, Father Jason, mga nanonood sa atin, si Teresa Dotillos Pescadero from Cebu.
Oh,
Kilala mo? Si Dinya Pa Santiago from Marikina watching us. Si Ernest Tamano, of course.
hi Ernestine.
Si Ernestine, may artwork din yan si Ernestine. Si Sir Jovi Meroy from Makati. Hi, Sir Jovi.
Hi, Sir Jovi.
Si Sir Jovi, ano yan? Artist din yan. Yvonne Peralta, of course, one of your donors.
Yeah, salamat.
Sabi niya, Father Jason, I love the flower arrangement every day. Alam niyo po, what is that principle again? Called flower arrangement?
Parang
Japanese?
the flower arrangement is inspired by Ikebana.
Ikebana.
Yeah, and one of the important principles is that you have to balance the design in such a way it will reflect the earth, heaven, and human beings. So it's
Wow.
like a triangulation.
Lalim. Okay, so maybe we can invite you to explain that some others episode. Okay, si Father Vic Baltasar, sabi niya, our paintings exhibited in some online gallery. Wow, ang yaman-yaman ni Father Vic. Mukhang may balak si Father Vic bumili. Opo, Father Vic, just go to Facebook and look for their page, Raising Green.
Yung feeling ng green.
Sabi ni Loretta, Miss Loretta Mercado Zuniga, sabi niya, green is for hope.
Yes.
Hope during this dark period. Okay, si Mary Ann from Bicol, Leduque is watching us. Thank you po. Kumusta ang Bicol? Yes. Si Ann Mercado Alcantara, and she's, I think, you know her?
Yeah, and does clay potteries of figurines. Beautiful, and they have a workshop for pottery making. Yeah.
Wow. Sister Susay Valdez, another artist, pero mas para bukas siya. She's a musician. Singer siya, si Sister Susay. Musical artist. Okay. Of course, Ramoncito.
Yes,
yeah.
the Monch.
Yes.
Media wise.
Yeah, media wise. Dapat actually guess ko siya eh. Kaya lang naabutan pa. Nung March, naabutan lang kami ng lockdown.
Okay, so also a painter.
Oh?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
He does beautiful still lifes.
Oh, yan. Ang tanong ko nga kanina, Father Jason, how do you become a professional artist? Do you register somewhere or, di ba?
There are some registrations, but it boils down to the person wanting to pursue this path and career as a profession. Because creativity is given to all people. No?
Yes.
And some people will dedicate and commit that I will do creativity not just a passion but a profession, so that I can contribute something more professional to the world.
Pero yun nga, kasi alam mo, in this time of pandemic, early on, yun nga yung NCAA,
Yeah.
diba? They wanted to have artists. Sabi ko, how do you choose? How do you, diba, accredit kung sino talaga yung mga tutulungang artists? There are many artists. Ako, dati nag-drawing din ako ng nude.
It's not exclusive. You have to register, and then there are some guidelines. Maybe send your portfolio, what you do,
okay.
but there's no discrimination because that's the institutional mandate to assist artists in order to promote the culture and the arts in the country.
So, without telling us, sumali ka pala sa Racing Green, ha?
Yeah, I'd like to help in the initiative. The work is really like a closed ecosystem, and there'll be prints that will be given along with the specimen.
So, hindi na pala painting yung ang binibenta ng Racing Green.
Yeah,
Yung sa'yo, halimbawa,
Yeah.
di ba? Halaman yun, di ba?
Yeah, because art has expanded in terms of its medium and form. No? But of course, many of the works that are sold online are paintings, drawings, there are some sculptures.
Yeah. Okay. Si Monette Shaughnessy, kindly send where it is posted. Okay po. So, nandito po sa ating ano tawag na ito? Yung
Comments?
sa comment section po.
Yeah.
Na pinost na po ng aming butihing si Justin, ang ating station manager, yung yung whereabouts nila. Or just simply look for Raising Green sa Facebook po. Okay, Father Carl San Juan is watching us from Ateneo de Zamboanga, your proud batchmate, correct?
Yes.
Linda Ferrer is also watching us. Eric Angeles is watching us. Marlon Buena. Sabi ni Linda, maganda ang flower arrangement kanina. Orchid, I love it.
Thank you.
Lahat po yan si Father Jason ang gumagawa. Kaya ang aga-aga namin dito, alas 4 ng umaga. Okay. Si Ate Pines is
Ate
watching.
Pines.
Hi, Ate Pines. Mark Mendoza. Errol Lebrao.
Yes, Errol, maganda ang music video na ginawa ninyo. Very moving.
Yes.
Well done.
And Errol, pakikumusta sa bago niyong acting rector na hindi pa makapunta dyan. Father Vids Gornas is also watching us,
Yes.
Father Jason.
Hello to Sacred Heart Parish community.
Yes. Pero Father Vids will be my neighbor soon.
Yes.
Upstairs with this new assignment.
And we welcome Father Archie Karapatan.
Yes. Jimmy Malyari is watching us also. Hello, Father Jason. Sabi ni Tina Soliorano. Ganda ng mga flower arrangements lagi. Thank you for showing Easter through art.
Yeah. Biyaya ng muling pagkabuhay ang ating flower arrangement because it was started during the Easter Vigil.
Ganun ba yan?
Ayun.
Pero actually po, not just with the flowers, but as you know, mag-isa lang ako dito. If not for Father Jason D, diba? And of course, Justin,
Yes.
ang ating frontliner o backliner. The decoration, the design pag sa online mass namin is courtesy of Father Jason D. Kasi ako po, wala akong ka-art-art. Okay. Si Jen Chua. Hi, Jen. Good morning. Si Justin, of course. And si Marnie Villanueva. Blessings to all artists and Father Jason.
Yeah.
Praying for the Philippines here at Los Angeles.
Si Marnie is the daughter of Benhur Villanueva, our former grade school art teacher who passed away.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alam mo, Marnie, nagkakilala kami ng father mo just recently, 2 months before we passed away. He was the one who introduced himself. Kumakain ako dun sa Sweet Inspirations. Kasama ko si Sir Jovi Meroy. And kumakain kami, he introduced himself. He told me that he would watch Kapet Pandasal and he recognized me. So that's your very humble. So thank you so much for watching us. Okay, so Father Jason, what are your artistic reflections in this time? Tatanungin ko sana si that's why I asked si Mix kanina, are you yourself an artist? Kasi di ba, in times of crisis, in times of dark situations, di ba? Artists have a way of capturing, and of course the spirit of the time, and as well as providing hope and inspiration for you.
I take you from Pope John Paul's letter to the artists in 1999.
Meron siyang letter
To the artists in 1999 to reach out to artists and to be partners in proclaiming the good news. And he sees the artist's connection to the mystery, to God, and the artist tries to reflect and struggle in order to apprehend the ineffable or the mystery, because ultimately for the Christian theology, art becomes a pathway towards beauty, and we believe God is the source of beauty and beauty himself. And Pope Benedict XVI proposes the way of beauty as a privileged way of pulchritudinis.
Pulchritudinis, Latin for beauty.
In more secular terms, art is a way to develop our own creativity in responding to our lockdown and creating, not just for the sake of exhibiting it or selling it, but also to tap within us the capacity to create.
Wow. But if I ask you, I wanted to ask Hannah Misa, if I ask you now, if there's an art symbol for what we've gone through or what we're going through in this pandemic, what would that be? Flowers? What would that be?
I think walking around Ateneo, I saw this branch of mahogany tree that has fallen off, and I see a sprout of leaves, and it's interesting that it's curious na it's not anymore attached to the ground, but the tree is continuing on growing to that sprouts, and it's a beautiful image na there's a lot of difficulty right now, but there's really hope in human beings to help each other, and our trust that our Creator who made us all will help us see through this crisis.
Yes, yes. Okay, so fallen branch of a tree, and that continues to live on, as evident by the signs of life, leaves. Okay, ito, no? Ito, artist ba to? Si Father Ro Atilano. Sabi niya, hi po, sa lodi kong si Father Jason D. Pa-shout out. Art musician niya?
Yeah, musician. Yeah, na-compose ng isang responsorial psalm.
Sikat na sikat. Sikat na sikat yan si Father Ro. Okay, si Jonar Conte de Leon is also watching us, and Marnie Villanueva wishes us more power to the Jesuit Hour. Okay, thank you so much po, Marnie. Okay, I'll just announce tomorrow po, as I mentioned at the start of our show kanina, tomorrow we will be featuring in Bayanihan Musikahan. If you're not yet familiar with them, they're also a group of artists, sikat, hindi sikat, that have come together to raise funds as well, to be able to help fellow artists, fellow musicians, but more than that, to help out sa pag-support sa mga natin frontliners. So we will be interviewing. Bakit pala sa lista na naman? We will be interviewing one of their organizers. Atinista rin siya, katulad ni Mix. Atinista tsaka lasalista, halo ang dugo. So we will be interviewing one of the organizers. And they're very successful. Nakuha nila si Regine Velasquez, Lea Salonga.
Wow.
One time si Lea Salonga kumantaw. 2 million kagad, one night. And the other greats, si Martin Rivera. So, ang dami nilang nakuha. Anyway, so bukas po yan. Abangan niyo po yan. Bukas dito sa The Jesuit Hour. Yeah, so that's for tomorrow. So, Father Jason, any final words from you?
Salamat, Radyo Katipunan, Katipuneros, for listening us today. And we need all the efforts we need to help each other this time of the pandemic. And thank you to Father Nono for inviting us and for inviting Racing Green, especially to Mix. And shout out to Lena as well, the curator of Racing Green. And we'll also post the NCCA guidelines for artists who are interested to know what are other efforts that the government is doing for artists.
Okay. And that's our show for today, mga Katipuneros. Maraming salamat, Father Jason.
Thank you.
Maraming salamat kay Mix. At maraming salamat din kay Lena kahit hindi natuloy. So thank you so much also for watching us. Until tomorrow po, this has been the Jesuit Hour. And please stay at home, stay healthy, and keep praying. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. Bye-bye!
The Jesuit Hour. Get to know the Jesuits. Discover their spirituality, their history, their ministries. The Jesuit Hour. Anything Jesuit, everything Jesuit. The Jesuit Hour.